Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Monday, May 11th, 2020. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes. The persons in Nevis who had contracted COVID-19 have been declared free of the virus. However, Chairman of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet, is warning residents not to become complacent.
I want to emphasize, though, that because all of the cases we have had to date have recovered, this does not mean we assume that there are no more cases on Nevis and that we no longer take all precautions. We continue to test persons who meet the case definitions that I discussed in the last briefing. It simply does not mean we are all clear of cases.
She urged persons to follow the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Health.
We therefore ask persons to continue the measures that we have been discussing over time, such as physical distancing, or which is sometimes referred to as safe distancing, of 6 feet when you are among persons who are not of your household. Wear a face mask or cloth face covering when in public places, and ensure that when wearing these, that they cover both your nose and your mouth. Wash your hands often and wash thoroughly with soap and water, and if soap and water are not available, use a hand sanitizer containing no less than 60% ethyl alcohol. Practice respiratory etiquette. And if you have respiratory symptoms, stay at home so that you do not expose others. And if you need to see a healthcare provider, please call before visiting their office, the health center, or the hospital. Say what your symptoms are so that they can prepare to receive you.
Dr. Nisbet, who is also the Medical Officer of Health in the N.I.A., used the opportunity to thank all who have been instrumental in the fight against COVID-19 on the island. The members of the Health Emergency Operations Center, the Nevis Emergency Operations Center, the staff of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, the officers of the Royal St. Christopher and the Nevis Police Force, the staff of Community Health Nursing, the matron and the staff at the Alexandra Hospital, especially the staff who volunteer to work on the isolation ward, and the hospital's medical chief of staff, and the other doctors who have volunteered to work at the checkpoints. The Medical University of the Americas M.U.A. and the Nevis Island Administration N.I.A. Scholarship Committee is now accepting applications for the 2020-2021 cycle. The application deadline is June 26, 2020. 2 M.U.A. N.I.A. scholarships will be awarded towards the pursuit of undergraduate studies, which lead to a degree at an accredited higher learning institution. Preference will be given to qualifying schools within the Caribbean region, including the University of the West Indies and the University of Technology. Applicants interested in pursuing medicine at the Medical University of the Americas are also eligible for this scholarship. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age, be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, have at least 5 CXC CSEC passes including mathematics, English, and 1 science, and be active in community service. Priority areas for 2020-2021 include but are not limited to nutrition, optometry, dental hygiene, environmental health, health education, biomedical engineering, occupational or speech therapy, supply chain management in health, health information management, chemistry, special education, social work, and occupational health and safety. M.U.A. N.I.A. scholarships will be awarded to begin studies during the period August 2020 to February 2021. For further information on the application process, contact the Ministry of Health at min.health@nia.gov.com or 469-5521 extension 6490, 6491, or 6492. There will be 5 days of limited business operations in St. Kitts and Nevis this week, in accordance with the statutory rules and orders number 16 of 2020. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris says the new regulations gradually open up the Federation to more economic and social activity.
From Monday the 11th May to Friday the 15th May, businesses will enjoy an additional day of limited operations as long as they practice social distancing and physical distancing protocols. They must also provide for a sanitized environment and insist that their staff and customers wear face masks as we return to a semblance of near normalcy. No one, I repeat, no one, should be out in public without wearing a mask or an article covering his or her nose and mouth.
According to Prime Minister Harris, some restrictions will be relaxed.
We will, for example, extend the day of limited operations to 8 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. to allow businesses to have an additional hour in the evening, where businesses would have closed at 5 p.m. to allow customers and staff to conform to the 7 p.m. start of the nightly curfew. They can now close to the public at 6 p.m. Businesses will not only have a 5-day work week to operate, but an additional hour as well on each day of limited business operations. Please note that the nightly curfew will continue and that it must be adhered to. Nightly curfew will now start at 8 p.m. and end an hour earlier at 5 a.m. the following day.
The additional hours, the Prime Minister said, are important to allow residents to exercise to boost their immune systems, as this is one of the ways to fight COVID-19.
The CMO has now recommended that beaches can be reopened for swimming and exercising only between the hours of 5:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. A physical distance of at least 6 feet must be maintained between individuals unless they are members of the same household. But there should be absolutely no beach parties nor picnics allowed.
Similar regulations will be in place for the week of Monday, May 18th to Friday, May 22nd. Still to come, CXC examinations to be held in July. The details after this break.
My name is Kervin Wallace. I'm a track and field coach and the PE teacher at the Joyce Level Primary School, encouraging you to stay safe, protect yourself from others. Wash your hands often with clean running water and soap.
Stay updated by following the Health Promotion Unit on Facebook and Instagram or contact us at 469-8010.
Welcome back. CSEC, CAPE, and CCSLC students will be sitting their examinations in July this year. That was the decision coming out of the first emergency virtual meeting of the Council for Human and Social Development Education on Friday. Dr. Wayne Wesley, Registrar of the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, made a presentation in which he explained the administration of the modified examination process for the award of valid grades. He indicated that preserving the integrity of the examinations involved the administration of Paper 1, a multiple-choice assessment, school-based assessment, and where applicable, additional assessment components along with appropriate modeling, accounting for historical data, and teacher-predicted information as important calibration or quality check. He said while the proposed revised administration schedule for examinations is July 2020, there was need for a regional consensus considering the impact of COVID-19 and the respective national protocols. The Council for Human and Social Development also agreed to have examinations administered via an e-testing modality in countries that are equipped with the requisite infrastructure. However, where there were infrastructure challenges, candidates would be allowed to sit paper-based examinations. CXC, in collaboration with the U.A, presented another proposal at the meeting in relation to requirements for CAPE applicants for 2020 admission. Their proposal to accept CAPE Unit 1 plus previous results to serve as matriculation to U.A for the next academic year was accepted by the Council. Informed by CAFA's recommendations and the strategies for the safe, phased opening of schools, Ministries of Education, guided by national health officials, will adapt to respective national conditions to ensure students, teachers, and staff can safely prepare for the July sitting. The Nevis Water Department is now offering its clients who settle their accounts via a check a more efficient and less time-consuming manner in which to do so. Customers who wish to drop off their check payments have been provided with a drop box, which is located by the door above the main entrance at the Nevis Water Department's billing office in Charlestown. Ensure that the following information is stated: water bill account number, the name as it appears on the water bill, and the contact number. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.
How to put on a face mask. Clean your hands with soap and running water or hand sanitizer before touching the mask. Remove a mask from the box and make sure there are no obvious holes or tears in either side of the mask. Determine which side of the mask is the top. The side of the mask that has a stiff, bendable edge is the top and is meant to be molded to the shape of your nose. Determine which side of the mask is the front. The colored side of the mask is usually the front and should face away from you, while the white side touches your face. If you're wearing a mask with ear loops, hold the mask by the ear loops and place a loop around each ear. Mold or pinch the stiff edge to the shape of your nose. Pull the bottom of the mask over your mouth and chin. If you're wearing a mask with ties, bring the mask to your nose level and place the ties over the crown of your head and secure with a bow. Then take the bottom ties, one in each hand, and secure with a bow at the nape of your neck. Pull the bottom of the mask over your mouth and chin. How to remove a face mask. Clean your hands with soap and running water or hand sanitizer before removal of the mask. Avoid touching the front of the mask. The front of the mask is contaminated. Only touch the ear loops, ties, or band. If you're wearing a mask with ear loops, hold both of the ear loops and gently lift and remove the mask. Throw the mask in a covered trash bin. Clean your hands with soap and running water or hand sanitizer. If you're wearing a mask with ties, untie the bottom bow first, then untie the top bow and pull the mask away from you as the ties are loosened. Throw the mask in a covered trash can. Clean your hands with soap and running water or hand sanitizer.